So, Splunk is the platform for machine data. What is machine data? Machine data is any data generated by any device, whether it's a security device, whether it's a airplane, whether it's an engine, whether it's anything that generates data, we call it machine data. And Splunk has been designed to be the platform for machine data. So you can bring all this data into Splunk as a platform, and then from there you can start to analyze the data, to build your dashboards, visualizations, all that information, build correlations between different sources of data. These are some of the key features of the Splunk platform. One of the main issues right now with big data platforms, or with any kind of solution that brings logs and data from different sources, is having the ability to take that data without the use of a database. Right now, many companies are having a database as the core for any platform, right? When you have a database, you have limitations on how much data you can bring in, because the data is a very structured, very finite piece of technology. With the big data platform of Splunk, you bring in the raw data. You do not need to have a database in the back end with Splunk. We do not use a database, actually. We can take data from any source without trimming it, without modifying it, and the raw data comes into Splunk, and we make it available for searching, correlating, investigations, all that stuff. With any critical data source, when you're bringing that data into Splunk, at the source, at the time it is indexed, we can mask any critical information or any private information. We can mask it so that in your reporting engine it does not appear. Another feature also is the ability to mask this data at search time, depending on who is able to access the data. Maybe you need the data and the critical data, maybe you need it to be in the data store, but at search time you need to limit who can actually see the data. So we have these options available. Splunk is also an on-premise solution, so we have an option to install the software on your own hardware so the data doesn't leave your environment. There is also a cloud option for Splunk, where you can send your log files or event information to Splunk in the cloud, although that is currently available in the US only, with soon to be released in other regions. That option is also available. We're very strong in the on-premise right now. Most of our deployments are on-premise, but we are moving to the cloud. So we found that many customers, the type of data they are bringing into Splunk and putting into Splunk Cloud is not critical information. Right? So once you start getting to the realm of critical information and private data, then we do on-premise solution for that type of requirement. Right now we are starting out. We have relocated to Dubai Internet City. So we have an office in Dubai Internet City at this stage, with one person being local and 2 people remotely looking after this region. We plan to expand that, of course, in the coming months and years, starting with our office increasing as well. So undoubtedly, Splunk is now just starting in the Middle East, and we're seeing a lot of interest, especially here at Gisec, where many people come past our stand and they ask us what is Splunk and how do we do it. And from the demonstration that we have on our stand, you're able to see very quickly how customers can relate to what Splunk can do for them in their environments. We have more than 40 customers in the region right now, and we have more than 7,500 customers worldwide, or almost 7,500 customers worldwide. So we've seen just about every kind of log or data-related problem that's there, with all these different varying customers from all the different verticals, from government, from aviation, from commercial, manufacturing, retail. We've seen all these different verticals.